to figure out what your view is on these women. Do you give these women a pass because they are defending men who are chauvinists?
I'm not giving women a pass. I'm saying this statement that we decided was so poignant that we put in the book is interesting, and you can even tie it to the women in this electoral campaign.
I just wouldn't
Whether
do that.
the wives, you can tie it to them, because if there is a belief system by many men that a woman's role is to support her husband and the kids and to evolve to a place where then her needs are the needs of the family, and we see that playing out with Melania Trump or even with Hillary Clinton, we see that playing out. What is it from a man's perspective? Why do you feel that this is a belief by men? Why do you think that they believe this? Even if their men have done something that we would find deplorable or that we would not agree with, why do you think men feel this way?
Well, I can't speak for all men, but
as a man,
in this statement, I think a woman's role is to be a support to her husband. Of course, but it leaves out the fact that the husband should also be a support to the woman, and you're already side-eyeing me because I'm
not side-eyeing you.
Just side-eyeing me
We
because
might have to have this on film
you
too.
think
I'm not side-eyeing.
that just because a person says that a woman should be a support to her husband, that automatically subordinates the woman. That is not indicative in that statement.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it subordinates women. In fact, what did I do? I gave you an example of two women who are supporting their husbands the way that this statement suggests. I think a woman's role is to support her husband, and these women are supporting their husband. Mr. Trump has said and done disgusting things to women, and his wife is defending him. Allegedly, our former president Bill Clinton has done and said disgusting things to women, and his wife is defending him.
Do we agree then? Is that what we're...
I'm asking, do you feel?
Yes!
You feel okay, so thank God. Hallelujah.
As I'm trying to figure out your perspective on this, you're defending these monsters, and I'm just like, I can't.
Here's my perspective. In reading the whole statement, we responded to this one gentleman that said it in the book with this question. You know, if you believe that the overall goal of marriage is for both partners to disappear into some newly created human, we can assure you that neither of you will find true happiness in this place. And what we mean by that is just, look, women do, yes, a woman, a wife, a partner, man or female, woman or man, will of course defend their partner. But that doesn't mean you necessarily agree with everything that they believe, that you necessarily agree with everything that they say, and more importantly, that doesn't mean that now your needs are only what that man's needs are. That's ridiculous, honestly. You can't become him. You can't become him. And you know, I have another example. Sometimes I like to watch a little trash TV, and Wags is one of them. And I was watching an episode, I think it was Wags Miami, and the girls, whatever, no judgment please, the women were, getting in each other, they were upset and, I guess lightly bantering about which team they love, and I was sitting there and I was like, but you guys don't play for these teams. These are your husband's teams or your boyfriend's teams. Like, why are you getting so emotionally invested in this? And it goes back to that statement where there's a belief system that now her needs are now his needs. He plays for this team, so now the whole family is, committed to this. She no longer, what it felt like to me, has an identity of her own, which she's shopping around her own brand or her own thing. She's talking about her husband's team. And I just find that that doesn't fulfill both parties, and it doesn't fulfill the woman. And I wanted to hear from, a radical man's perspective.
My perspective on it is that I can't answer the question, and I'm not being difficult. It's just that...
But it feels like you are.
I'm not, because the examples that you're putting forth don't conflate with the majority of people. You're talking about extremely rich guys and athletes.
So they're the people we know in common. That's the reason. We don't know them. But, in terms of when you're having, kitchen table talk, when you're having cooler talk, you're just people you quote-unquote know in common. You don't know them, but you can talk about them because they've put themselves out there for you to talk about. Mm-hmm. So...
Well, I think it's at that echelon of wealth and power that is in the man completely, and the women are just kind of running up under him, and that's what they want to do. You know, we're talking about Instagram models here. We're talking about like women they don't want to have a career of their own necessarily. Mm-hmm. Some might, most don't.
Oh, you're familiar with them.
What?
You're familiar with the women.
I would love to be familiar with some Instagram models. Absolutely. I'm absolutely for that. But anyway, now that you distracted me with thoughts of Instagram models, what the hell was I saying? Can we move on to the next question, please?
You said we can't. They're at this echelon of wealth. We can't really.
Yeah, it doesn't like.
This is
just
from
me.
This is
your
from
audience is
man.
not can't
okay,
and should not base their lifestyle on the lifestyle of the people that you're talking about.
No,
because
and they don't.
They don't have the same kind of money.
Right, they
don't have the same kind of moral code. It just doesn't.
They
conflate.
don't. But the idea that this is from a 30-something-year-old man who works, the idea or the belief system, and a lot of men do believe this, and they won't tell you that while they're dating you, but they do believe this, that, okay, yeah, once you get married, your needs really should become the needs of the family. Like stop thinking about what your needs are.
No. Okay, now it comes out.
A lot of them.
Now it comes out. What did I say at the beginning of this thing? When I say I think a woman's role is to be a supporter of her husband, you automatically think that means that you have to subordinate your personal interests.
No,
and it just came out.
It's the second half.
Came out. You just said women have to forget about what they're doing.
That's the
women
question.
have to forget about what they're doing.
That's the question.
And of course not.
And to evolve. Your needs need to evolve to a place where
let me make it clear that I did not make this statement. She's trying to make it seem like I made the statement. I'm trying to.
You said yes at first. So
exactly, and then I qualified it by saying that I knew you were giving me the side eye.
I wasn't giving you the side eye
because I knew that you were taking it in the wrong way. I knew that you were taking it in the way that saying that I want support means that you have to subordinate yourself, and that does not. That's not what I was saying.
Voice matters. No, what did I say?
You just said.
No, I said.
You just said. Do you want me to rewind it?
We can rewind it.
It's going to be online.
What did I say?
It's going to be online.
I said.
You said that automatically women get subordinated when they pull themselves into a newly created human, and you'll never find happiness in this place. And the point is, women can absolutely do that at the level of a Donald Trump or an elite athlete, because there are millions of dollars to go around. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to have a two-career household.
Why would this man say that? Why would this man? Why would so many men agree?
Because he is so like you. He is so trying to be. He believes on some level that he is on the same kind of plane as Donald Trump and an elite athlete.
This is a 30-something-year-old man who believed this. Not only believed this, but everyone other men agreed with him. And these are bankers.
It's a mistake.
These are
it's a mistake to conflate yourself
but they're not. They're believing, and I don't want to. I'm gonna just say this. They believe that that's part of the notion of marriage.
It is at the elite level when the woman.
At the elite level, it is that a woman folds into a man.
Because most of them want to do that at that level. Yeah, they want to do that. That's why they go for them.
So
what I'm saying is, I'm trying to tell you why he thinks that way.
Okay.
It's because
but he's not comparing himself to these
not
people.
Consciously, but the same way that you went straight to Donald Trump and elite athletes as examples for what you were talking about, he does the same thing in his mind. He does the same thing in his mind. He thinks subconsciously that he deserves the same kind of subordination that a Donald Trump would get, and he doesn't have that kind of money, so he needs to check himself. I'm agreeing with you.
Subordination is based on money?
If the woman wants to do that, then that's what she will do. Then if she's going to do that, she's automatically going to go to a guy with a whole lot of money.
This has nothing to do with actual supportive spouse.
It has everything to do with it. I'm trying to explain to you.
This has nothing to do with supportive spouse. This has to do with losing your identity and the identity of your individual self being folded in to the man. That is what this is about. That's what this question's about.
And I think that you should not do that. If
What?
you
Oh
are
my
not,
God.
if you're not married,
look at us.
if
Look
you're
at us
not
on the
married
same
to a
page.
Donald Trump, you absolutely have the
Look
right
at
to
us on the
say.
same page.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now that you actually understand what I'm saying.
Now that you actually understand what I'm saying,
I already
now
know
that
what
I
you're
have been
saying.
I've had to clarify.
No,
for
no. The
times.
point is, you cannot use those people as examples.
They are wonderful examples.
They're not good
They
examples
are
because
wonderful
everybody
examples.
already tries to conflate themselves with these people, and you don't have the money of a. If the guy who said this is trying to pretend like he's got the money of a Donald Trump, and he doesn't, so he's not going to get the same acquiescence
No,
as Donald Trump.
he believes this because he believes this is what the become one in marriage. He believes that line of become one. He believes that, and that was part of it. You know, we obviously it's a little truncated, but that was part of it. It's that belief that we become one flesh. That's the whole.
Well, wait, so you don't believe that you become one in a marriage?
That you become one in a marriage?
You don't think you become one in a
I
marriage?
think you're two individuals coming together. You're two individuals coming together.
That's why I got my passport and I'm moving out of here.
That's two individuals
ridiculous.
coming together. Where are you going?
Somewhere else where the women are so Americanized and think like you.
Where the women are, I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Americanized!
Women are not so Americanized. I'm sorry, what kind of woman are you looking for?
I'm looking for a woman where it might be a possibility that you could have that old school romantic kind of love.
So you do believe this statement. You're lying. You're lying. You do believe this statement. You believe that now
I believe in love. Wow.
Love in which the woman basically no longer exists. In which your sun is now blocking her moon. So that you can shine and she can be a shadow.
What did I say at the beginning of this? I knew you were going to take this statement as automatic subordination of the woman, and that's not the case.
You're finally admitting what you
are being difficult for no reason. This is awful. I don't know how.
It's good to know the truth. It's good to know the truth.
No.
It's good to know the truth.
It's not.
Leaving America to find a woman with more traditional values.
How about more